There is lots of turbulence in the aviation space, what with crude prices doing what they are doing. And of course, the fact remains that in spite of such volatile times, Kingfisher Airlines, for the first time in as many years or as many quarters of operation, have broken even on the EBITDA front. That's a big achievement, all right, but how do the quarters ahead look like, and how is business shaping up per se? Let's talk about the big business. And Vijay Mallya, Chairman of Kingfisher Airlines, joins us on the show now to speak about, from Singapore, to speak about this and more. Dr. Mallya, thanks so much for joining in. What's the maximum level of prices that aviation sector can sustain if indeed crude prices continue to do what they are doing?
$90 a barrel of crude or less is what our business plan is based on. I think we can afford that. But it's not just a question of the price of crude and consequently the price of aviation turbine fuel in India. It's the huge state sales tax on top on an ad valorem basis that really hurts us, because as the fuel prices keep going up, the state governments make windfall profits directly at the cost of the airlines.
I look at the quarter, Dr. Mallya, and demand seems to be coming back. What are your expansion plans, if any, and just a sense of how many new aircrafts would you be adding to your fleet this year? And more importantly, how do you plan to fund these aircraft expansion plans?
Well, demand has come back strong, but since civil aviation growth is part and parcel of GDP growth, and I have every confidence that the Indian economy will continue to grow in excess of 8% per annum, I think civil aviation growth will go hand in hand. But back in 2008, 2009, I deferred many deliveries of Airbus aircraft to 2012 and 13 for good reason at that time. The economy came back stronger and quicker than I thought, and we are experiencing strong growth. So yes, we are sort of short on capacity as I speak. We're looking to bridge the gap through leased aircraft for the next 18 months, after which our own deliveries will start to come. As far as financing these new aircraft are concerned, it's simple. You make your pre-delivery payments and then take the aircraft on operating lease.
What is your outlook as far as airfares are concerned, Dr. Mallya? Do you see them going up? And if so, what is the kind of upside that we can expect from these levels?
I think airfares should go higher in India, reflecting the increased cost of operation. I think too many people out there in India, media included, slam the airlines for increasing fares. Nobody looks around them enough to look at inflation in many, many other aspects of daily life. And I don't see why airlines and airfares should be singled out. I mean, we are in business to make money, and we should be able to charge what it takes to keep us profitable.
Dr. Mallya, you were also looking at raising about $300 million via ADRs. What's the plan on that front? If the ADR issue is not happening, then are you looking at some other mode or instrument to raise funds?
Well, we had an excellent road show for our GDR in January and early February this year. And we presented a compelling business plan, of course assuming crude oil at $90 a barrel. The minute the crude oil prices started going up to $120+ a barrel, prospective investors asked us to rework our business plans, which we did. But having said all that, the current policy of the Government of India, where foreign airlines are not allowed to invest directly, is something that I keep on appealing to the government to review. Aviation is a capital-intensive business. Air connectivity is vital to our country, and we should be allowed to raise capital through foreign airlines because they are better placed, they understand the industry better, and unlike a general investor who can invest in multiple sectors, I think airlines deserve airlines as shareholders.
Dr. Mallya, how much of debt are you looking to retire this year?
We're not obliged to retire any debt this year at all. We have a moratorium period and a total 9-year door-to-door for our total debt. Okay,
let's talk about a couple of other things, Dr. Mallya, before we wrap up. First is, what are the new routes that Kingfisher Airlines on an international basis is looking to start flying? I mean, domestic as well as international. Are there expansion in sectors that you're planning?
There's a lot of wealth in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities in India. We have a large fleet of ATR aircraft, and so we are best positioned to take advantage of these emerging opportunities as new airports continue to open in our country. As far as international expansion is concerned, of course, we're very happy that we are a member-elect of One World. We will be a fully operational member hopefully by 2012 February, and our international expansion will go hand in hand to leverage our One World relationships.
All right, Dr. Mallya, finally, Kingfisher Airlines has been in trouble as it has been defaulting on airport and oil dues. Has Kingfisher been able to sort out those issues?
The media knows better. I think you should ask your fellow journalists for the accurate answer, because I think they know better.